like during the pandemic. So I don't know if you've been interested. Come to a service and just check it out. Yeah, I've looked. I've kind of spied on it a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. There's different versions of Ivanhoe with Christ. We don't do this.
I give myself permission. I give myself permission. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our light, not our darkness that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God, and your playing small doesn't serve the world.
There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
To be all I can be, I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission and I will to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free.
All right. Give yourself permission. Thank you. The sisters are in the house today, and we welcome you to Unity of Bon Air on this beautiful, blessed day. And let's get our service started by affirming what we know to be true. God is good, and all is well. Yeah.
What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound. In a world where many miracles abound, in the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed and whole. I know that God is good and all is well.
Please be seated.
Good morning, Unity. Good morning. Welcome to Unity Bon Air, where we live and express unconditional love and acceptance and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Jim Lakin, and it's my pleasure to be your lay leader today. And just want to welcome you on this glorious day. Whether it's your first time or your 100th time, thanks for joining us today. Whether you're here in the sanctuary or whether you're at home lazing around in your pajamas, you're welcome. We have come together as part of love's divine purpose that calls us to share and celebrate our connection with the holy presence in each and every one of us. In the spirit of community, we enfold in light and love all spiritual and religious gatherings and all people everywhere. We especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. And if you're here in the room for the first time, if you would, could you raise your hand? Because what we'd like to do is share some information. So one of our ushers will come around. If you just keep your hand up for a minute there. And then they'll give you an information packet which you can take home and peruse. Please join us for our hospitality coffee after the service, and you'll get to meet some of the people. So before we go any further, let's take a moment to acknowledge the wonderful people who make this service possible. For those who have greeted you at the front door, and those volunteers with our bookstore, with the fellowship coffee, and of course our tech team in the back there, and our wonderful musicians and our guest singers today. So let's just take a moment now and give them a unity blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. And now let me welcome the Youth and Family Ministry leader, Melody Neal, who's going to...
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you say good morning? So it's First Sunday, so we make a few announcements on First Sunday for youth and family. One of the first ones is that school, I hate to tell you guys, is getting ready to start back soon, and that's kind of when we restart our curriculum for... Can you hear me now? Okay. So the fall, when school starts back for the counties, that's when we start our new curriculum for YFM as well. And the kids voted this year, and we are going to do 12 powers using Harry Potter as our theme. So we're really excited about that. In lieu of that, I would like to ask if anyone would like to make any donations to the YFM to help support our Harry Potter theme. I have a list of some things. Some things can be built, some things can be bought. We're going to make a lot of the decorations and stuff ourselves. But you know what? I'm not the best artist. I will do my best. But if I have any of the congregation members over the next 3 Sundays that want to come out on Sunday mornings and help us make decorations, we've got to build a willow tree. We've got to build a castle. We've got all kinds of things to do. So if anyone would love to join us for that, we would love to have you come do that, guys. Also, I'm still looking for as many and any volunteers that I can get to help in our growing YFM, and we are growing. We have kids as young as my little one here and as old as 12, I think is my oldest one. But that's a big range, and so you can't do a good job with the kids, and the kids don't enjoy it when there's that many age differences together. So today I'm the only teacher, and so I have all ages from this to 10. So if anybody would like to help today as well, that would be great. But any help that I can get is great. If you know anyone who's interested in a part-time position, we do have a paid part-time position for someone that has some preschool background that would like to come in on Sundays and kind of be a backup and take care of the toddlers on Sundays. It is a paid position because we do require there to be some educational background of that position. If you have any friends or family that you know that might be interested, please also get in contact with me about that. And now, if I can have all my friends come up front here. Anyone? Any of the kids? Any kids? Come on up. All right. If we could give my kids here, my beautiful friends, a blessing before we head out, that would be wonderful. So.
We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. We are walking as the light, as the light, as the light. We are walking as the light of God. As the light, 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 as the light of God.
All right.
According to my directions, it's time for a group sing-along. Let's all stand. Today we're really going to be focusing on the topic of trust, and I thought this song would be a great one to affirm all week long. Yes, Lord, yes.
I say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, in my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. I say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, in my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. I say yes, yes, Lord, yes, oh, yeah, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, in my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. I say yes, Lord, yes, to your will and to your way. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, in my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, Lord, yes. And my answer will be yes, Lord, yes.
And now it's time for the daily word. And today's daily word is release. My life experiences have provided me with many gifts, from joyous to painful. I have taken something from each one, a nugget of wisdom, understanding, solace, that has helped me to evolve to the person I am today. I am always growing, always changing. With gratitude, I receive the blessings while letting the painful memories go. I have no room for regret and do not dwell on things I have no power to change. As I release unwanted thoughts and unpleasant memories, I free myself to enjoy new experiences and create beautiful, lasting memories. With an uncluttered mind and an unburdened heart, I embrace the present moment and eagerly create my bright, beautiful future. Today's scripture reading is from Ecclesiastes 3:6. A time to seek and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Today's affirmation, and we'll repeat it 3 times together, is releasing the past, I make room for the future. Together, releasing the past, I make room for the future. Releasing the past, I make room for the future. Releasing the past, I make room for the future. And now we have a few announcements for today. Got a low smartphone. Okay, tomorrow night, Dan O'Neill will be showing the story of A Course of Miracles. Part 1 and 2 will be shown, or Part 2 will be shown the following Monday. This video is great for anyone interested in learning more about the course. You can join us in person or on Zoom at 7:30 p.m. The Zoom link is in the most recent e-news and can also be found by clicking the event on our website calendar. Chair yoga is also followed by a midweek meditation, and it continues on Wednesday, 11 a.m. in New Rock Fellowship Hall with Harvey Nunley. Also on Wednesday, our grief support group will meet at 1:30 here in the sanctuary. On Thursday in New Rock Fellowship Hall, Emmy Simon will be presenting A New Way of Seeing at 1 p.m. And if this week doesn't suit your schedule, she'll do a repeat session on the 18th. Same time, same station. More details, visit our website. Movie night returns on Friday with Heart Math Experience, the heart-brain connection. You can join us in person or via Zoom at 7 p.m. For more details, visit our website. Lastly, we've already looked forward to our annual Pet Blessing event, so save the date, Saturday, October 1st. In addition to the Pet Blessing, we're also going to have a plant sale, so you can come get your pet blessed, take a plant home, make sure that it's okay for your animal though. To keep up on all the opportunities here at Unity Bon Air, please visit our website and subscribe to our e-news and follow us on Facebook or on Instagram. I think now I turn it over to Barb and to Patty.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you for being our platform person today. So, last week I shared a joke somebody sent me and said, I love getting jokes. So this week I got a joke from Marshall down in Savannah. So here we go. So a man checked into a hotel and there was a computer in his room. So he decided to send an email back to the ones at home. But he accidentally typed the wrong email address. And without realizing it, he sent the email to a widow who had just returned from her husband's funeral. So the widow decided to check her email and see if she had some words of encouragement and some letters, condolence messages from relatives and friends. But after she read the first line, she just fell out. She fainted. The son rushed into the room, found his mother on the floor, and this is the email he saw. To my loving wife, I know you are surprised to hear from me. They have computers here and we are allowed to send mails to our loved ones. I've just checked in. How are you and the kids? The place is really nice, but I am lonely here. I've made necessary arrangements for your arrival tomorrow. Expect expecting you, darling. I can't wait to see you.
That's a good one.
So thank you, Marshall. And I have a quick announcement, then we'll go into the opening prayer. So Cheryl, this is her last month of working, getting our website in order. And we had talked about having a time for the congregation to have a little reception with her. So the only Sunday she's available this month is next Sunday. So we're going to have what I'm calling a blessing reception, because we're not really saying goodbye to her. She's still living in the area. She's still participating in our prayer ministry. She's been to a concert, to a class, but we want to have an opportunity to bless her as she finds her way in ordained ministry and all the things she's going to be doing. So plan on staying after church. It'll be right after church in the fellowship hall. We'll do our usual greeting and eating and having a chance to express to Cheryl our love and our blessings. So that'll be a lot of fun. All right, so let's have just a look out the window. Look at this beautiful world in which we live. Let that sunlight just fill your heart. And as you're ready, if you'd like to soften your eyes, take a deep breath and release. And one more. We allow ourselves to drop down into our heart center, into that place of utter stillness, rest, peace, where we can actually sense the presence of this one power that is sourcing us, that is living and breathing us, expressing through us. Just breathe in that love. And we invite our hearts just to open up. Let the love that is ours flow into this room. We allow ourselves to receive the love pouring forth. Receive the power of this energy. And into this sacred light, this sacred love. We bring all the prayers that are in our prayer box. We bring some special members of our community who are having some health concerns right now. We bring Ann Finelli, Ann Marston, Frank, Dwight's family as they continue grieving. And anyone else who's in need of healing and support. And if you have somebody in your heart and your family and your life that you would like to bring into this circle, we can do that now by either saying that name out loud or silently. Jim. Eileen. We just allow the power of love to fill these people's beings, because the truth of who they are is true for each one of us, whole and complete, glorious in the image of the Christ. We allow that to fill every cell of their being, to fill their consciousness, so that all that is in their consciousness is this peace that passes understanding and this ability to trust and rest in the power of this love. And then we extend this beyond our community into people we know and those we don't know, into our leaders of our country, into leaders of other countries, that their hearts might be turned toward love and compassion and care for all those they oversee. We bring in children from around the world, those joyous beings who are so able to be in the present moment. We bring those in war-torn areas. We bring those who are not sure where their next meal is coming from. And we trust in the power of this love to provide for each and every one. And because this love is the expression of abundance, we know that as we ask, it is given. So one more breath in. And just allow gratitude to cross our minds. The blessings of this day, the blessings of this past week, all that are those to come ahead. We close with our mantra. We repeat 3 times. I am grateful. Please join with me. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. And now we have an incredible moment. So I'm inviting Barbie to come up front. And we had our new member class. In the last one, we had 3 new members. And I thought, well, thank God the universe doesn't pay any attention to my thoughts half the time. I thought, well, it's going to take me 1 year to 2 years to have a class that has 10 members. And this class had 10 members. So Barbie's going to call them forward and introduce them.
Good morning. I don't know if this is working.
You just have to get close to it.
Sounds like it's on. Good morning. This is Barbie Nunley. Can you hear me? Yes. You need to get closer to the mic, Barbie.
Let's move it to the side so it's, if you're short. Here we go.
Okay, testing. Yes. I'm Barbie Nunley.
You got to get right on it.
Your new member coordinator. And it is my pleasure to introduce our new members. And so when you hear your name, please come up to the platform. So Starlene, Star Bittner, Star. Star is eager to become a member of Unity of Bon Air. She said it opens the opportunity to socialize with others, build professional relationships, and strengthen her connection to God. And
Get a little
Colleen
closer.
And Sean Wallace.
Get a little closer.
And Colleen and Sean. Colleen said, we are grateful for the warmth and space Unity of Bon Air provides in allowing for authenticity and honoring our true selves. It's the epitome of example we want to set for our 4 children, along with the selfless community support they have come to know so well. Our 3-year-old woke up on Tuesday asking to go to church so she could see and hug Miss Melody. We are grateful and hope to continue to build relationships here at Unity of Bon Air. Okay, Josh Grant couldn't be with us today. He wasn't feeling well, but I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Josh. He is a creative spirit who likes to sing, dance, and do hair. And as a matter of fact, he does my hair. He found his home here at Unity by participation in the Celebration Choir. And next is Bernard Grant. Bernard loves sports, traveling, and family time. He loves the Unity family, He also found his home at Unity of Bon Air through the Celebration Choir.
And he is Josh's partner.
And he is Joshua's partner. And Marva Chun. And Marva spells her last name C-H-U-N, not C-H-U-N-G. Marva has recently retired and is fortunate to be able to spend most of her time in Richmond with her almost 89-year-old dad, her brother, and sister. She moved here from Hawaii, where she lived for 40 years. She was married for 33 years and has 2 children, Ryan, who is 29, and Jennifer, who is 26. Both live in Honolulu. She plans to spend time in Hawaii as well, probably in the winter months. Marva was raised Catholic and has been mostly outside of religion, but has always been attracted to Unity. She is a dedicated garden team member and invites everyone to join the garden team on Saturdays and Tuesdays from 9 a.m. to 11. Good plug. Okay, Amanda Bolton and Gregory Jernigan. Amanda is the founder of Village Montessori Academy here at Unity of Bon Air.
Yay!
She joined Unity to deepen her own spiritual practice and to share the power of Unity's principles with the children and families in our community. And Greg is Amanda's boyfriend. To have found such a wonderful community of people. He said this made the decision to join Unity of Bon Air so much easier. And we have Terry Bott. Terry is a retired registered nurse, a globetrotter, and passport-ready travel companion. There you go. She is a passionate animal lover who believes that animals are better humans than humans will ever be. She said in May, after spending 30 years attending the same church, she stepped into Unity of Bon Air. She was immediately enveloped by genuine warmth, loving and caring people who not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. She told her sons, "I found my people, my tribe. I belong here." And she is so very grateful. Terry referenced, "I once was lost, but now I'm found." She said she didn't know she was looking for anything, but when she stepped into Unity of Bon Air that first Sunday, she realized that she found it.
Cool.
She was home and receiving a priceless gift. And Anne Dunberg. Anne grew up on Long Island, New York, another New Yorker. She attended State University of New York, where she completed her Bachelor of Music degree and then moved to Boston. She taught junior and senior high school music until returning to school for a master's in community mental health. She also has multiple certificates in insurance and financial planning. She is passionate about music, gardening, travel, her spouse, and their 4-legged kids. After much soul searching, she landed at Unity of Bon Air, which she feels is her spiritual home. So, let's give all our newcomers, our new members, a nice blessing, a unity blessing.
We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. And we see you doing amazing things. Thank you. You got a gift bag back here.
I behold the Christ in you. Hear the life of God I see.
We love you.
I can see your great peace too. I can see you whole and free. I behold the Christ in you. I can see this as you walk. I see this in all you do. I can see this as you talk. I behold God's love expressed. I can see you filled with power. I can see you ever blessed. See Christ in you hour by hour. I behold the Christ in you. I can see the perfect one, led by God in all you do. I can see God's work is done. Welcome.
Let's see if you'll join with me in saying our statement of truth. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God, the omnipotent good. And we're back over to the music team.
That's right. Before we sing this song, I just wanted to take a minute and introduce our guest singers today. Years ago, we developed a group and we call it the Sisters. And yes, they're wonderful. And every time we feature the Sisters, there's a different group of singers. But they're all women that are good singers and like to collaborate. And so this week we have Zita Correll, Amy Corsetti, and Carrie Simmons joining us today. And we'd like to feature a song recorded by C.C. Winans, and Zita brought it to my attention. So it's called Believe for It.
They say this mountain can't be moved. They say these chains will never break. But they don't know you like we do. There is power in your name. We've heard that there is no way through. We heard the tide would never change. They haven't seen what you can do. There is power in your name. So much power in your name.
seems to be no way. We trust in you, God, you have the final say. You are the way when there seems to be no way. Yes, you are. We trust in you, 'cause you have the final say. Move the unmovable, break the unbreakable. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. From the impossible, we'll see a miracle. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. God, we believe. God, we believe for it. The sisters are in the house.
Thank you all so much. We're rocking today. Well, I wanted to, I forgot to say something to the new members, so I have to back up for just a minute. So you each get a rose, and they each have a little container with water, but we didn't want you to have to put it on the floor and step on it before you went home. So we're leaving them up there till the end of the service, so please come get your rose. And I wanted to tell you, the song we sing every Sunday when I first started coming here, and we were in the little house, we didn't have a screen, the words weren't, they might have been in the program, but if they were, I didn't catch it. And so I was singing that song, and it's in the garden of my soul. I am happy, healed, and whole is what everybody else was singing. But I was singing, I am happy here at home. So I hope that all of you will be singing that you are happy here at home. Okay, so this morning we're talking about trust. And I want to read you a sentence from the Psalms 46:5. God is within her. She will not be moved. God will help her when morning dawns, which means just the darkest moment before dawn. So in whatever matter you are exercising trust in God, and if it feels like the way keeps growing darker and darker, and apparently the help goes further and further away instead of coming into sight, we just grow more peaceful and still than ever. That you may know the moment of deliverance is growing nearer for you with every breath. Trusting means resting confidently. We are to rest confidently, saying, God is my strength, God is my power, God is my assured victory. I will trust in love, and love will bring it to pass. Amen. So one of the greatest visuals of this of all time, in my opinion, is from the Indiana Jones movie, The Quest for the Holy Grail. So do you remember the scene where Indy is standing on the precipice of this bottomless chasm, and on the other side is the Holy Grail that he seeks. So how is he going to get across to that? He's already encountered rats, skeletons, villains, nearly lost his dad to get there. And staring down this precipice, he remembers the advice he was given for just this point of the journey. It's one word: faith. Faith, which is equivalent to trust. And he takes a deep breath and he steps into that chasm, and he does not see anything on which to put his foot, but he follows the advice to trust, and as soon as he leans out, a bridge appears. The bridge was there all along, but he could only be seen by those who stepped onto it. Faith is the vision of things unseen. So God delivers perfectly, fully, even beyond anything we can ask or imagine. adding the good which we have never dreamed of, as though to give double assurance of God's favor and love to any who will surrender ego control and move to Christ consciousness in trust. Well, that eager control's a booger, right? I mean, it's got so many sentences going off in our mind. Don't do that. You'll fail. Don't put that foot out there where you want to go way down. I mean, it's got things it's going to say to us, endless amount of things. And so we have to surrender, like we sang earlier about releasing, we have to release those and step on out. Emily Cady, who's one of the earliest writers of our New Thought theology and books that we read, she quotes this woman I'd never heard of before, so I had to go look her up, Carrie Judd. And that was a woman who had a significant healing in the 1800s and just had to change her life to start telling people all about what it means to step into possibility. So when she was asked if it was not hard work to keep herself always wrought up to a point of faith sufficient to bring into her life whatever she wanted, she replied, "Is it hard work for a baby to lie in its mother's arms? Well, if I want anything, be it a pair of boots or $100, I just ask God for it. And then I lie down in his arms." And we know God doesn't have arms, but we like imagery, right? Our brain thinks with images. And for her, that means then to go about her work and know that it is mine, giving not an instant's thought to the how or when of its coming, and it always comes. That's what it's like to trust. Trust the Spirit within to give you the right ideas to solve anything in your life that needs solving. Wayne Dyer wrote a book called "There is a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem." I can tell you, based on years of experience, that when I let go of ego's thoughts and turn to the true wisdom within, the solution emerges. That the problem cannot be solved in the zone where it was created. We have to go to the higher consciousness. And most likely, that solution's been there all along, but I just couldn't see it from the ego's perspective. And Wayne Dyer says ego stands for edging God out. So we're in that place where we're not looking for connection, we're looking at separation, we're saying who's to blame, who's guilty, yada-da-da-da, all that judgment stuff going on. You can't see these solutions. I told you all earlier that I had a sense I was supposed to move from Ann Arbor and come home and heal and grieve, and that Spirit said, just get rid of almost everything you have. And I kind of said, yes. Said go back to Richmond, a little firmer, yes. So I started that journey. I saved 4 pieces of furniture, got a storage unit, had my clothes, my car, my books, and ended up at Joyce's for 3 months at her request. Then I moved into my sister and brother-in-law's home. Now, they have supported me in amazing ways through tough stuff, through divorce, through our parents' deaths, through moving away, through moving back, getting through Krista's time of illness. They both flew up multiple different times, calling me every single day after her death. So I always expect love. But what I was really wanting was community when I came back here. Because let me tell you, grieving in isolation during COVID, that is a bear. So I wanted connection. So here I am now in their home, my own bedroom, in a home where Tim, my brother-in-law, now this almost sounds unbelievable, cooks 3 meals a day, vacuums, does laundry, takes my car in for washing and detailing, had my oil changed while I was in Kansas City, scrapes the windshield in the winter before church for me, bought me a bed and a leather chair when my favorite chair died, They care for my sweet and grumpy 16-year-old dachshund when I'm not home. I am supported by love each and every day. And there's a cleaning lady that comes 2 times a month. For someone who had a partner for over 30 years of her adult life and misses that way of being, this is huge. We each do our own thing, but we do it together. Talk about receiving beyond anything we have thought or asked. I mean, I just stand in such gratitude for the gift of this place to be right now. Am I planning on a partner appearing? Yes. How is that going to happen? I have no idea. Typically, working in a church is like the worst place to find available men. They're kind of like hen's teeth, right? So I'm leaving that how up to Spirit. And I'm focusing on loving the people that are right before me. So that's each one of you beautiful, amazing, and wonderful people. So that's what I get to do. So to trust the Spirit within brings us inner freedom from heaviness of thought and emotion and lifts us above this thing of difficult striving, because ego's big on difficult plans, right? Trust the Spirit within to bring us refreshing rest, sleep, and renewal each night, to reveal satisfying relationships. Trust the Spirit within to pave the way to effective action and enjoyable living. Practice trusting the Spirit within to reveal what you need to know. Trust the Spirit within to direct you in helping your body adjust to healing, strengthening, rebuilding. Trust the Spirit within to guide you into the most helpful ways of communicating with your family, into relating successfully to any challenge in your home or your business. Trust the Spirit within to unfold your life plan. And trust the Spirit within those whom you love to unfold their life plan to them. A lot of people have kids who aren't really big onto adulting right now, right? So we just trust them into that. Trust the Spirit within to free you from agitation or irritation in regard to the attitudes of others. Because it's their attitude, not ours, it's a problem, right? Trust the Spirit within to quiet your impatience and bring new peacefulness to your soul, to give you guidance in making decisions, to fill you with a feeling of well-being. Trust the Spirit within yourself, within others, within any situation or circumstance confronting you. Trust the Spirit within everything around you, within the weather, in the plane you're flying, in the car in which you drive, or in the environment in which you live. If you think that your faith is not adequate or your belief not strong enough, start to build that faith and belief with these words, saying them boldly and freely. I trust the Spirit within. You want to practice that? I trust the Spirit within. Alan Cohen, whose book I'm sourcing some of this material from, tells this story of a man named Galen Rowell, who was a famous mountain climber and photographer. His work was featured on covers of National Geographic. So he and a friend were scaling the sheer cliff of the Half Dome in Yosemite National Park. Now, I don't know about people who think this is fun. But there are people who plan their vacations around stuff like this, right? So the storm blows up. They were 1,000 feet up, when the fog and the rain became so thick that they could not go up or down. Because of the rain, it was too slippery, and they could barely see in front of them. And because of these conditions, rescue helicopters couldn't even leave the ground. So what did they do? They hung in their mummy bags for 3 days, dangling from 1,000 feet up in the air. Can you imagine what they were thinking? But at the end of that storm, they scaled back down, just like little monkeys, and everything was okay. So when we feel stuck, and I'm sure they had to do this, they had to turn on the patience button. When the answer seems nowhere in sight, wait on Spirit instead of going into panic and fear. When we have nothing to do but go inside, we discover the strength and power within. We discover the truth. I trust the Spirit within. We learn that the time of help coming to us is not our part, but God's. We do know that in all the accounts in Scripture of those who realize God's special deliverance from their troubles, from Abraham going forth to sacrifice his son, down to when Jesus put his hand out to help Peter, who was sinking in the sea, and even after this, in the experience of the apostles, this invisible power came to hand just at the right time. We are always at a choice point. The question is, do we believe the universe is friendly? Do we believe that everything is happening for us and not against us? This is what the spiritual principles tell us. Now, I had a woman, I called her Energy Annie, in Ann Arbor that did energy work both on Krista and I. And when I would go and be on the massage table and she's working on me, she'd say, well, there's this gigantic archangel over in the corner. He's giving me directions. And then there's another guy over in that corner. And I'm going, well, why don't these guys ever show up to me and talk to me? But, I'll take whatever help they're going to give her. So there are these loving presences around us all the time. Love is where we're coming from. It's the source of our very being, of the true identity of who we are. So, are we going to walk a way that says, I believe in that presence, in that power, even when I can't see it, sometimes when I can't feel it? This law conspires, this spiritual principle conspires for our growth into greater consciousness, into opportunities to say, I have no idea how this is going to work out. Yet, Spirit leads me. I trust Spirit within. We can turn to one of the most famous mantras in the Bible. Be still and know that I am God. So whether you're hanging from 1,000 feet in a mummy bag, or sitting with your head in your hands, not knowing what to do, saying, help, which Michael Beckwith, I just learned this year, I love this. HELP stands for Hello, Eternal Loving Presence. Right there. We can choose love. We can choose to rest, to trust, and throw thoughts of lack and limitation out the door of our mind and relax and be happy. It's really simple. We can choose to be people of trust, of faith, or we can be the people that fall into despair and hopelessness and depression, all those things that ego, all those places ego will take us. So I behold the Christ in you. I see you leaning in, putting your foot out on that bridge, hanging from the bag and saying, I'll just wait here, I'll let Spirit work. It's a part of all of our lives. Some of it's tricky, but we got this because Spirit has us. And so it is. Okay, buckle your seatbelts, more music.
It's time for us to prepare for our meditation. It all begins with the breath. I breathe in and know I breathe out and let go. Here in my heart, that's the right place to start. I breathe, just breathe. I breathe in to be. I breathe out to see what is true, right and real. I'm alive, I am healed. I breathe, just breathe. I breathe in and know I breathe out and let go. Here in my heart, that's the right place to start. I breathe, just breathe. I breathe, just breathe.
As you are ready, soften your eyes, breathe into this present moment. I'm going to invite you to go in your mind to your favorite body of water. The sun is shining. The water is refreshing. I invite you to wade in. Feel the coolness. Lay back and let the water uphold you. Rest. Utterly rest in it. This is a metaphor for how we can wade into our good, into love, and into trust. And we will be held. There is an area of your life that feels troublesome. Take it into the waters of love and relax. Be still and know. Remind yourself yourself. You can trust Spirit within. Prepare to put your foot on the bridge. Know the how is Spirit's business, whatever the situation is on your mind. So I'm just going to invite us to go into these waters of love and be for a moment. And I invite you to take another breath. So gratitude arise in your heart for these waters of unconditional love, abundant support, perfect timing. And flows together by saying, I am grateful, together 3 times. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. So it is. So as our ushers are working their way forward, I invite you to take your offerings in your hands and we will do a blessing. And if you don't have a physical offering, you can hold it in your consciousness. And we will pray a prayer. Divine love,
as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. And I surrender. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. Who do I trust in? I trust in God. And I surrender. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I trust in God. And I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. Let's break it down now. Hey, whoa, come on. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Affirm with us. I trust in God. I trust, yeah, in God. Through the good times, I trust in God. Through the hard times, I trust in God. Take it up. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. Yes, I am thankful. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God, and I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I am one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. Who do you trust in? I trust in God. I trust in
Oh, divine love, we are so grateful for the joy in this building, for the joy in our hearts, for our ability to share what we have. So we send not only these financial gifts, but we send the essence of who we are into the world this coming week to be a blessing, to uplift, to cause people to know that there is more than what they see and that they can step into their own divinity. So we say, thank you, Spirit. We love you. We bless you. We are grateful. And so it is. Yes. So we have prayer chaplains in the room. Would they stand up, and we will invite anybody who's a new person. They will pray with you individually at the end of the service. Everything is kept confidential, and they stand with you in claiming your good and claiming the power and presence of God at work in your circumstance. It's just absolutely lovely. Thank you all. And we have our sentence up here. The service has now ended, and our ministry of love continues. And if you will stand and join with me in our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this always be my joy.